Macy Troyer, and I'm with Cressy Commercial Real Estate. Thanks for tuning in to Cressy Insights. Today I'm here with Jeff Ray. He is the president and CEO of the South Bend Regional Chamber and also the president and CEO of the Greater Niles Chamber. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I've enjoyed watching some of your past episodes, and I'm honored that you've come over to visit with us today.
Thank you so much. And now, today you're in the hot seat. Usually you're the one doing, interviewing other people on WNIT's Economic Outlooks. How does it feel?
It's okay. You don't have any hard questions for me, I hope. No, I think it should be really fun. It's really fun to be on this side of the camera. I get really excited about talking about the things that we're working on and such, so I'm really excited to be here to do that.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. So let's jump right into it. So I'm a part of the Young Professionals Network, and I absolutely love it. I've made so many amazing connections, so thanks to the Chamber for that. Why do you think so many young professionals are moving to our region and getting excited about our community?
This is going to surprise you. I'm not in the young professional category anymore. Just barely aged out or whatever. But actually, there's a neat vibe happening in our community right now. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of great places for them to hang out, do things, live, opportunities that maybe weren't there a decade ago. I think of Mayor Pete, for example. The attention that he's bringing to the area certainly helps other young professionals. In fact, if you think right now, he's got a huge campaign staff on the ground, living in our community, staying in our apartments, eating in our restaurants, all young professionals. And so there's a lot of those things happening. When I was a young professional, I often walked into rooms where I felt like I was the only one there, and I wondered where all my peers were, and there were a bunch of old guys, kind of trying to decide what the future of the community looked like. And so if I've been excited about anything over the last 13 years is the voice that young professionals now have in the community, and the empowerment that we're trying to do with them, and the connections that we're trying to make. We want them to stay here. And we think they're more likely to stay here and enjoy and prosper if they know other young people here.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I've seen that personally in my life.
Great.
Just getting connected with young people is just encouraging, and you can kind of grow together and support each other.
So we heard it here. You're staying, right? So
I
like this. All right, that's good. And it's on video now. You can never. Sorry, you can never leave us.
I can never leave.
We're gonna bring this video back if you ever decide to move somewhere else. So.
That's okay. So how can the everyday person encourage other people to try out our community and see what it's like to live here? How can we support that?
Yeah, I think what we need more than anything else is cheerleaders, ambassadors, people who are going to sort of share the stories that of why they love this community. So we're not without challenge. It's funny, sometimes people think the chamber guy is supposed to just say all kinds of great things about the community. There are some great things happening, but realistically, we know we have some challenges too. Crime isn't where we want to be. Education isn't quite where we want to be. Homeless, other issues that are issues all communities face.
Yeah, all communities.
And so these aren't unique to us. And I think honestly we're doing a lot to address each of those challenges. But I think people get mired in stories sometimes at cocktail parties or different things that when they start saying, oh boy, I don't know if it's safe to go here. And I think that a negative story gets repeated a lot more than a positive story does. So we need more people telling some of the positive stories. And obviously many generations of people have decided to live here, raise their families here, go to school here, find good jobs here and stuff, and so those ambassadors are pretty important to us. When I think about top of line for our objectives is to grow population. So we want to grow to 300,000 people by 2030 in St. Joe County. Well, that's a pretty big goal. It's faster than we've grown at any time in the last 5 decades. But we think it's realistic because it's more in line with what Indiana's doing. And the best way for us to do that is really to get our ambassadors, kind of help telling those stories and helping, recruiting your kids to move back home. You want those grandkids close to home, right? Or maybe it was that classmate that moved away that is not sure that they like the city that they're living in and such. So I kind of joke when I'm out on the lecture circuit, if you will, about this population growth thing, because we need people to have more babies, or we need them to recruit more people here.
Yes.
And so we give them whichever choice they want to take. So that's my challenge that I'm giving to your viewers right now. Do whatever. I won't. No judgment either way. And so, but it's really important as we think about growing our business, our community. Businesses that don't add more customers ultimately die, and communities that don't grow ultimately die, and we've had our challenges over the years, and what I'm excited about this last decade though is we sort of righted the ship. 5 straight decades of economic decline. This decade as long as it ends up okay, it will be a one of increase where population grew for this last decade, and our hope is that we put our foot on the gas pedal for the next decade and see it really grow.
Sure. And for somebody who's never, visited our community and really doesn't know what we're all about, what would you tell them? Why here, why now?
Yeah, so geography is a really big piece, and so our proximity to major markets and big cities is obviously a thing that attracts folks. Cost of living is a big factor that gets people here when they think about what it costs to live here versus live in those big cities. But we talk about universities and sports and concerts and beaches and all kinds of things, whatever you want. We feel like we've really worked to build a quality place here that has some things that appeal to all folks, and so we kind of tout those kind of things. We tout the new living opportunities that are existing, the new recreational opportunities. I know you featured things like Howard Park and such before, and there's some really exciting things happening here, some major investments aimed at helping keep people here, and so we're excited to see those happen.
And Jeff, why do you stay here? Why do you continue to serve here and live here?
Yeah, it's home for one. My family are entrepreneurs. We had a business here for 50 plus years, and so that's a big piece of the draw. But in this position, a lot of people want me to come to another community and such, and I said, boy, this is home, and I also think the opportunity here is really ripe. When I think about what Notre Dame is doing and the important role universities are going to play long term in economic development, we're just on the front edge of commercialization and research and those spinning into job opportunities. Many communities don't have that a world-class research university like Notre Dame, and so that gives us a competitive advantage others don't have. And then I say, geography, cost, business climate, all those kind of things really have me excited about the future. And I think if I woke up and I thought it was hopeless or that we weren't going to be able to turn certain things around, I think I'd probably go somewhere else pretty quick where I thought I could make a difference. But I think we can really still make a difference here, and I'm trying to do that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks for your time, and thanks for sharing with us.
Great to see you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. And for those of you who are interested in getting plugged in or learning more about the Chamber, you can visit sbrchamber.com and see different ways you can get plugged in our community. Thanks so much for watching Cressy Insights, and I hope you have a great week.